If you're really struggling with your ball striking, you're just beginning, or I know a lot of people who are experienced in the game don't necessarily know this or even do this as well. But it's especially vital to you beginners out there to really understand how this golf club moves this golf ball from A to B. Before we start, don't forget, hit that link below to my website to get on the waiting list for lessons with myself here at Whittleby Park Golf Club. Now, so many of you out there try and help that golf ball up in the air. In every other sport we play, tennis, squash, badminton, whatever it might be, football, we try and scoop the ball up in the air. Okay, we really try and lean back and try and help whatever ball or shuttlecock in the case of badminton, we're trying to get it up in the air. But that is not the case with golf, because golf, we've already got some lovely loft on every golf club that gets that ball up in the air for us. Our job is to try and squeeze that ball, not scoop that ball up in the air. And this is one unbelievably simple and effective way to be able to do that. Let's look at the characteristics of the worst way, trying to help it up in the air. Our hips and our sternum, our chest bone, sit back behind that golf ball. They go, when we come into that golf ball, they sit really behind that ball. They do what they say, they add loft to that golf club. That's us trying to help that ball up in the air. But the big problem we've got there is the club cannot reach the ground, or find it very, very difficult to reach the ground where it should be. Look, because I'm hanging back here, my club is more likely going to hit back here. So what I want you to do, and if this goes for you who catch quite a bit fat, quite a bit thin as well, in other words, no ground at all, we've got to be able to squeeze that ball. How do we do that? We have to get ahead of that golf ball. We have to feel, again, sternum, hips in front of that golf ball as we come into impact. Because if we're behind, as we just said, we're going to scoop and lift that ball. But the problem is we're going to catch that ground way before that ball, and we're going to really struggle for the quality of contact that we really need. So how do we do that then? We've got to make sure that we get ahead of that golf ball. How do we do that? We do the step drill. What does that mean? Well, what I want you to do, I just want you to take some little swings, just nice loose swings, feeling that club swinging up and down, nice loose wrists, loose elbows, loose body. And then what I want you to do, as soon as you feel the club get to the bottom of its arc, I want you to, with right-handed golfers, put your right foot forward and step forward. Okay, so it's going to take a bit of timing, but I just want you to do this nice and slowly. Let that golf club swing, and as soon as you feel it, you're getting that club to the bottom, you step forward. It's almost as though your right foot goes with the flow of the club head. That right foot is going with the flow of the club head towards the target. What we're not doing here is hanging back, going this way, and the club head's going that way. That's man down. We're going to struggle. So what I want you to feel, just nice and easy. It's going to take a little bit of sequencing. You're going to feel a little bit out of control. You're going to feel sort of different fragments moving at different places, because especially if you're not used to doing this. But that's the big way of getting that feeling that we are getting everything ahead of that golf ball. And you'll notice here, I want you to watch out for one thing in particular. When your club does hit that ground, you'll notice how it's more than likely going to be in front of that ball as opposed to behind that ball. Because again, everything's shifting forward. We're moving that right side towards the target. As I say, this is going to be difficult, especially for some of you who aren't used to doing this. It's going to feel a little bit out of sequence. You're going to feel a little bit out of control. And you might even feel like a bit of a numpty when you do it on the driving range. But trust me, I've seen a lot of golfers do this, and very successfully, because that's the way we squeeze that ball and not scoop that ball. So just nice little swings to begin with. Step that right foot towards that target where we're going towards there, and then work your way up to longer swings. Again, same feeling, that right foot stepping into that shot just nice and lightly, that right foot stepping into the shot. And then when you feel brave enough, get up to that golf ball, and you'll notice how there's a lot more oomph into that ball, and the quality of contact will be through the roof. Try it. Step forward.